Kverneland has been manufacturing agricultural machines since 1877 and is today one of Europe's most important manufacturers of grassland harvesting machinery. Whatever you are, zero grazing or making hay or silage, Kverneland will ensure efficiency in the field, thanks to high-quality machines with large working widths. And when driving from one field to another, you will benefit from the narrow transport width, allowing you to save time for transport. Kverneland are proud to announce a complete program of new drum mowers, ranging from the simple 1.65-meter rear-mounted machine to the sophisticated 2.7-meter front-mounted mower. The two smaller machines offer a proven design combined with easy operation at a very affordable price, with cutting widths of 1.65 to 1.85 meters. A simple driveline and the machine's light weight mean that the mowers can be used on small tractors. Each drum is equipped with 3 blades. This, combined with a generous blade overlap preventing striping, ensures a good, clean and even cut. All the mowers are provided with an extremely robust box section headstock. A simple breakaway device protects the machines from accidental impact damage. The mowers are effortlessly folded behind the tractor, reducing its width for road transport. The KD185C has an integral shaft-driven conditioning unit. The conditioning rotor is fitted with highly durable Y tines, providing the best combination of strength and reliability and an excellent conditioning effect. For the larger farmer and contractor, Kverneland offer rear-mounted mowers with a cutting width of 2.1 and 2.4 meters. The KD240 has an extremely rugged frame, ensuring many years of trouble-free use. The central pivot point allows the mower to easily follow the contours of the ground, ensuring an even stubble height and minimizing skid wear. A unique stepless height control system which is easy to operate and will allow the mower to be quickly adjusted to suit all crop conditions. For the farmer and contractor, Kverneland can offer a range of front-mounted mowers from 2.4 to 2.7 meters working width, suited to work in combination with a rear mower, to give high field productivity and to work with forage wagons for zero grazing. Both front mowers follow the contours of the ground extremely closely to ensure even stubble height and minimize skid wear. This is due to the exclusive front linkage with its advanced heavy-duty spring suspension system. To allow greater compatibility with all tractors, the input drive shaft can be reversed to allow both clockwise and anti-clockwise drive. All Kverneland drum mowers are fitted with quick release blades to ensure minimum maintenance time. Swath widths can be regulated to suit the following machinery, with gathering wheels available as an option. And now to our disc mower program. Here we present our range disc mowers with no inner skid. Our mounted disc mower conditioners available from 2 to 3.2 meters working width. Finally, our combination of mower conditioners offering 6 meters working width and only 3 meters transport width. Kverneland TA236 has a 2.4 meter working width. Kverneland offer a wide range of disc mowers with working widths from 1.6 to 3.2 meters. None of the Kverneland disc mowers of the 230 series have inner skids. Because the mowers have no inner skid, the grass flows from the mower without interruption. This is particularly beneficial when turning on headlands. Disc mowers without inner skids do not carry grass. And look, no problems with grass being caught. Like all our side-mounted disc mowers and disc mower conditioners, the TA236 is also equipped with a Kverneland non-stop safety release system. If the machine hits an obstacle, the cutter bar will swing up, back and over the obstacle and will automatically return to the working position without the need to stop. Easy and simple. When the machine converts to transport position, the gearbox is automatically pulled towards the center of the tractor, thus reducing the transport width by 23 centimeters. Here's Kverneland's new mounted disc mower conditioner line, available with working widths from 2 up to 3.2 meters. Attachment can be a problem with mounted disc mowers and disc mower conditioners, but look how easy the machine is attached to the tractor. The tractor reverses to the machine. First, the left-hand lift arm is attached. Then you release the right-hand lift point and attach it to the tractor. The top link and the PTO shaft is mounted and you're ready to work. When you lift the machine, the right-hand lift point goes automatically into working position. Easy and simple. As you can see, the TA346 is quickly prepared for work. Only a short time is required for setting up the machine. The strong center suspension ensures that the machine perfectly follows ground contours. Look at the swath. It's uniform, light and fluffy, thanks to our conditioning system. Kverneland only use round discs. They reject stones more effectively. The very strong but also user-friendly and streamlined design demonstrates carefully prepared quality, making it a pleasure to work with this machine. For large farms and contractors who need extra capacity, the front-mounted disc mower conditioner and the large trail disc mower conditioner with auto swather are the ideal solution. This machine combination allows you to choose between several swath combinations. Kverneland is the only supplier of an auto swather enabling you to place the swath to the right or the left-hand side. This feature makes it possible to match the swath to the capacity of the following forager. Let's have a look at the different possibilities. For trailed precision choppers, two swaths can be placed on top of each other to match foragers with pickup widths of 1.8 to 2.3 meters. If faster wilting is required, the swaths can be laid close together by increasing the speed of the auto swather to suit pickups of 2.3 to 2.5 meter working widths. For large self-propelled foragers, three swaths can be placed together for pickup widths of 3.2 meters. For the largest self-propelled harvester with a 4 meter working width, even 4 swaths can be placed together into one wide swath. The TA330 series is equipped with the Kverneland's patented super float suspension, ensuring an extremely good ability to follow ground contours. This is how the system works. If the machine hits a smaller stone, only the cutter bar will swing up and over the stone and then automatically return to its working position. When hitting larger stones, both the cutter bar and the conditioner section are lifted. This will protect the whole machine against heavy shock loads and make sure that it always follows ground contours. The strong design of the machine makes it perfect for large-scale farming and contractors. The auto swather is integrated in the machine and not just bolted onto the machine. The capacity of the Kverneland TA338B is enormous. Look, like a green waterfall. Dual wheels ensure a unique stability, even in soft ground conditions. On the front-mounted model, TA327F, the strong suspension will ensure that the machine always follows ground contours. The large clearance is remarkable. No problems with grass catching the machine when turning on the headlands. A working width of approximately 6 meters can be achieved with this machine combination. The transport width, which is kept below 3 meters, fulfills the requirement of the European road traffic regulations. Kverneland are now manufacturing their own disc mower cutter bars using a modern production plant. The steel plate is cut out with great precision on a modern laser robot. The huge CNC controlled press forms the two halves of the cutter bar housing. the halves are welded together. This reinforces the whole construction and is much better than simply bolting the two halves together. Besides, bolted joints mean there's always a risk of oil leakage. The welding is tested by means of compressed air and soapy water to make sure there are no leaks and that the welding conforms to Kverneland's stringent quality standard. After the two halves of the cutter bar are welded, the bearing holes are milled on the huge CNC-controlled milling machine. The cutter bars are now ready to be assembled. To ensure that all swarf and debris are removed prior to assembly, each cutter bar is thoroughly cleaned and flushed out on the specially designed washing machine. The gear wheels are inserted from the end of the cutter bar. The bearing holes in the top of the cutter bar are not large enough to allow the gear wheels to be fitted from above. This is a design feature which ensures that the holes only occupy a limited area of the cutter bar housing. As a result, the strength of the cutter bar housing is increased considerably. The cutter bar is equipped with heavy-duty bearings. The lower bearings in particular, which have to withstand the highest loadings, are much heavier than other makes. A special, fully documented test program is completed before the cutter bar is handed over to the assembly department to be built into a machine. The new cutter bar is extremely easy to both service and maintain. All disc cutter bar bearings can be removed for inspection from above in a matter of minutes. And now to our program of rakes and tedders. We present Kverneland tedders. And efficient double rakes, where you can choose between a center rake or the large side delivery rake. If you want to speed up wilting of your crop, a modern tedder for spreading and turning the crop must be used. This is where the Kverneland TA746 model with 6 rotors and a 6.8 meter working width comes into the picture. Ideal for spreading swaths produced by mowers and mower conditioners with working widths of up to approximately 2.8 meters. By means of a central adjusting handle, the wheels can be offset to rake away from fences and ditches, etc. The tedder can be offset 25 degrees to the right or left of the tractor. When the crop's been raked away from the fence, the tedder wheels are reset back to the original position. The machine will now operate straight behind the tractor and spread the crop over the whole working width. The TA746 is now ready to spread 3 swaths produced by a 2.8 meter mower conditioner. The capacity obtained is more than 6 hectares per hour. When turning on headlands, the outer sections can be raised so that no soil is accidentally mixed into the crop. The sun and the wind can now easily increase the dry matter percentage to 30, 40 or 50% so that the gathering of the crop can start. The crop is sufficiently wilted and it's now time to rake the grass together so that the good quality crop can be gathered in. This is the Kverneland machine for the large-scale farms and contractors. The double rake with adjustable working widths from 6.9 to 7.5 meters. Take a look at the even and uniform swath and see how well formed it is, a necessity for the following forager or baler in order to obtain the highest capacity possible. To ensure optimum swath presentation under all conditions, the machine is equipped with an adjustable cam track, together with adjustable swath width. The working width can be changed correspondingly. In this way, the swath size can be set to perfectly match the following forager or baler. Even large amounts of crop will easily pass through the machine without damage due to the good clearance. The synchronized raising of the rake sections during folding will prevent any unbalance. An extra joint on the lifting arms will allow you to reduce the transport height to below 4 meters. The demounting of rake arms is therefore not always necessary. The Kverneland TA753C has a sister, the model TA753S, a side delivery rake with a working width of 7 meters. This machine offers you the same advantages as the Model C. Another feature is the hydraulically controllable wheels, allowing the machine to be offset for work. 14 metres of grass gathered in one swath. If the crop is very heavy, like this hay crop, or if the following harvester has a limited capacity, the machine can be set to produce 2 swaths. Irregularities in the field are absorbed by the controllable tandem wheels. The controllable wheels ensure that the machine follows the tractor into the corners so that no crop is wasted. Either of these versatile rakes is the right solution for contractors and large farms. Kverneland's goal is continued development of expertise within mowers, mower conditioners, tedders and rakes. Efficient operation, easy servicing and minimum maintenance are key words for the wide Kverneland product range, from which we have just shown you a few examples. Kverneland is one of the market leaders and an innovator within grassland machinery. We developed the wrapping method, and a large program of round bale wrappers is available. We're also proud to present the unique square bale wrapper from Kverneland. And the wide program within feeding technology is also an important part of our program. Here's the Kverneland KD 824 feeding out silage round bales. And one of the most accurate diet feeders available on the market is Kverneland Master Mix. We hope the time you've spent watching this presentation has proved our position as the manufacturer of high-quality grassland machines. Welcome to the world of Kverneland.
The system which gives every grassland farmer the opportunity of producing top quality silage without the expense of building a pit. It was British farmer Lloyd Forster who first came up with the idea of big bale silage, having been frequently hampered by poor weather during haytime. Lloyd went on to develop the Silorap system, which is now so popular that it's become an integral part of forage production on thousands of dairy, beef and sheep farms all over the world. Whether farming in intensive lowland areas or on the side of a mountain, baling and wrapping all or just a proportion of your grass will bring you many benefits. For a start, big bale silage is a much cheaper method than pit silage. The introduction of stringent pollution regulations has meant that most farmers are now faced with the substantial costs of either renovating or building a new pit. A recent report from the Scottish Agricultural Colleges has shown that the cost of building a 1,000-ton pit, including the necessary effluent disposal facilities, can be as much as $70,000 American. With increasingly tighter margins on all dairy, beef and sheep enterprises, many farmers can't afford this huge investment, especially those on tenanted farms. Increasingly, they're looking to big bales as the only cost-effective alternative method of storage. Under the new regulations, it's not necessary to store big bales on a specially constructed base, as there's reduced risk of pollution from higher dry matter silage. However, bales must be stored at least 35 feet from any watercourse or drain into which effluent could enter. Care should be taken when stacking bales directly onto the ground, and also when opening at feeding time to avoid any leaks. Where Kverneland's recommendations are followed, substantial savings can be made in the cost of making silage. Besides costing less, Big bale silage has many other benefits. It can be conveniently stored close to the place of feeding, provide an ideal buffer feed during the summer and fall, and is the ideal method of storage for silage surplus to pit capacity. Being generally less acidic than pit, stock-fined big bale silage tastes much better. This results in higher feed intakes, improved performance, and lower feed bills. Wastage is also less with big bale silage. As much as a quarter of the grass cut for pit can be wasted. Pit losses of up to 25% far outweigh any field losses with big bale silage. All the goodness wrapped up initially is stored within to add value at feeding time. It's hardly surprising, therefore, that with all these benefits, the silo wrap system has rapidly grown in popularity. Today, more than 70% of all livestock farmers in the UK make a proportion of their silage as big bale, with an increasing number relying totally on this method of silage production. Silo wrap's success is due to a combination of both good quality stretched film and soundly engineered bale wrappers, based on Kverneland's practical knowledge and experience of big bale silage. Kverneland has monitored stretch film on thousands of bales since introducing the silo wrap system in 1986. Test wrapping has taken place in hot, bright sunlight and cold, dull days. Wrapped bales have been deliberately stored in exposed positions for prolonged periods. The conclusion, following this extensive trial work, is that the silo wrap system can produce equally good quality silage as any other system. To meet the ever-increasing needs of both farmers and custom operators for bale wrapping, handling and feeding equipment, Kverneland has developed an extensive range of forage machinery. The silo wrap 7556 is the ideal wrapper for the farmer wanting a simple, low-cost, efficient machine to wrap at the stack. Bales from 4 feet to 6 feet in diameter can easily be wrapped on the large turntable. The 3 wide belts, ensuring even rotation of the bale and therefore accurate wrapping. Film is control stretched by 70% as it passes through the unique 20-inch pre-stretch unit before wrapping tightly around the bale. Adjustable for height, this proven pre-stretch unit accurately applies film to every bale, guaranteeing good coverage and economic use of film. Easily adjustable bale support rollers cater for different sized bales and even keep misshapen bales firmly in place, thereby speeding up the wrapping operation. After wrapping, bales are tipped gently onto the ground. The 7556 can either be tractor mounted or powered by an independent power pack. Amongst the optional extras available with this model are a bale and wrap counter, which monitors the number of turntable revolutions and records the total number of bales wrapped. A 30-inch pre-stretch unit, which cuts wrapping time by approximately a half, and a film applicator, which automatically applies film to the bale and cuts it off after wrapping is complete. For the farmer or custom operator wanting to save valuable labour and increase productivity, the silo wrap 7558 is the model to choose. Using the infrared remote control, the fully automated 7558 allows just one man to complete all the wrapping and stacking operations from the cab of the loader tractor. This revolutionary machine includes the cleverly designed turntable, bale support rollers and pre-stretch unit of the 7556 model, together with a unique infrared remote-controlled wrapping sequence which operates as follows. Program the wrapper for a number of revolutions required. This is normally 22 to 24 revolutions for a standard 4-foot silage bale. Load the bale onto the wrapper, and as you reverse out, activate the wrapping cycle using the infrared remote controller. Whilst the first bale is being wrapped, gather another bale and approach the wrapper. When the wrapping cycle is completed, the turntable will stop automatically in the tip position. Using the remote controller, tip off the wrapped bale. The film is automatically cut by the applicator and the table returned to the load position. Load the next bale and activate the wrapping cycle again. Whilst this bale is being wrapped, stack the newly wrapped bale. This procedure is repeated until all the bales are wrapped and stacked, the operator being in complete control at all times. In an emergency situation, the wrapper can be simply stopped by touching any of the buttons on the remote controller or keypad. The wrapping cycle can also be interrupted, for example, to rotate the turntable at low speed or to add an extra revolution to a misshapen bale. The cycle being completed using the manual buttons on the controller. The total number of bales wrapped is recorded, and this is displayed each time a bale is tipped off, or by simply pressing the appropriate button on the keypad. The working area around the 7558 is protected by a safety chain. In addition, a flashing beacon is activated approximately 2 seconds before the wrapping cycle begins to warn any bystanders. As well as conventional tractor operation, the 7558 can be driven by an independent hydraulic power pack, thus releasing a tractor for other uses at a busy time of year. A 30-inch pre-stretch unit with film collector is available as an optional extra for those operators who need to wrap bales more quickly when stacking with two-loader tractors. For those farmers looking for a wrapper which is able to wrap in the field or at the stack, Kverneland has recently introduced the Silorap 7581 tractor-mounted model with lift arm. The wrapper fits between the tractor-mounted and trailed machines and offers the advantages of both models. Bales can be wrapped in a line and then stacked in a single layer along the edge of the field, or wrapped as normal in the field or at the stack. This model is ideal for the farmer who wants to wrap bales at several different locations but can't justify the extra cost of a trailed machine. The 7581 comes complete with a 20-inch pre-stretch unit and bale support rollers, together with a film applicator which automatically applies film to the bale and cuts it off after wrapping is completed. The lift arm and turntable are operated using cable controls mounted in the cab. A set of support wheels and weight transfer kit are also available as an optional extra. This makes it easier to move from bale to bale without lifting and then lowering the wrapper. Undoubtedly, the star performer in the highly talented Silorap lineup is the 7515, fully automated trailed model. This state-of-the-art machine includes a host of features which provide ample justification for its claim to represent the ultimate in bale wrappers. The sturdy lift arm effortlessly picks up bales on the move. The bale sits firmly on the 3 wide belts, and the rollers beneath rotate the bale evenly through 2 axes to ensure accurate wrapping. The open design of the turntable prevents a build-up of grass underneath the rollers, which contributes to trouble-free operation. The bale support rollers are easily adjusted to cater for different sized bales and even keep misshapen bales firmly in place. The sturdy metal holders at the front of the machine have a capacity for 4 rolls of film. This means the busy operator can now carry enough film to wrap up to 150 bales. A key reason for the exceptional work rate of the 7515 is its 30-inch pre-stretcher. This extra-wide unit applies 50% more film with each revolution and therefore cuts wrapping time by up to a half. Film is automatically applied to the bale by the well-proven film applicator. Once a new roll has been attached, the applicator will cut the film when wrapping is complete and then presents the film ready to apply to the next bale. Indeed, the 7515 has been totally designed with operator efficiency and comfort in mind. The whole wrapping operation can now be controlled entirely from the tractor seat via a cab-mounted console. The wrapping sequence operates as follows. Using the joystick on the console, lift the bale onto the turntable and then return the lift arm to the horizontal position. Program the wrapper for the number of revolutions required. This will depend on the size of the bale, but will normally be between 14 and 16 for a standard 4-foot silage bale using 30-inch wide film. Press the auto button and the wrapper will start the automatic wrap cycle. On the final revolution, the turntable will slow down and then stop in the tip position in line with the applicator. Using the joystick, tip off the bale onto the fall damper. The wrapped bale is then gently lowered to the ground, which minimises the risk of puncture damage. Lower the turntable to the wrapping position, and then using the joystick, rotate the turntable a quarter of a turn to the correct loading position for the next bale. The operator has at all times complete control of the wrapping cycle using the manual override facility. Moving the joystick to the fast or slow mode allows the operator to efficiently wrap misshapen or substantially different sized bales. If an emergency situation arises, the turntable can be stopped instantly using the red stop button. The 7515 control unit also records the total number of bales wrapped and, together with a resettable batch counter, allows the operator to record the number of bales wrapped by the hour, day, field or farm. With its exceptional work rate and built-in reliability, the 7515 is the ideal wrapper for the busy operator faced with a heavy workload. The Silorap 7512 High Speed has been specially designed for the operator wanting a manually controlled bale wrapper which is easy to use and service. This trailed machine, similar in design to the 7515, comes complete with an extensive range of features as standard. These include 30-inch pre-stretch unit, film applicator, hydraulic fall damper and additional film roll holder. Wrapper controls are mounted in the cab for ease of use and reduced operator fatigue. A bale and wrap counter is also supplied as standard, complete with audible alarm. The Silogrip 7705 round bale handler is specifically designed for the gentle but firm handling of wrapped round silage bales. Complete with adjustable top arm and hydraulically operated side arms, the Silogrip easily handles silage, straw or hay bales. Replacing the cradle arms with spikes allows this versatile machine to transport up to 2 straw bales at a time. Kverneland strongly recommends the use of a Silogrip when handling silage bales before and after wrapping. Moving bales with a conventional spike allows air to enter. This may lead to a reduction in silage quality. Using the Silogrip, however, avoids the need to puncture the bale, keeps an airtight seal and maintains silage quality. At last, here is a machine that can easily deliver the benefits of big bale silage to all those dairy and beef farmers who prefer to feed their silage down a feed barrier. The Silochop combines Kverneland's extensive knowledge and experience of big bale silage with the company's proven engineering expertise and results in a machine full of features designed to improve the feeding of big bale silage. From top to bottom, it's built to last and can even cope with stones and other foreign objects, which sometimes find their way into big silage bales. The knives are reversible and are easily accessible for maintenance. The silo chop is speedily fitted on the 3-point linkage using a quick hitch A-frame and a hydraulic top link. It connects to the tractor via 2 double-acting valves and operates at a recommended PTO speed of 540 revs per minute. Drum speed is controlled by 2 hydraulic motors. The silo chop comfortably handles bales from 4 feet up to 6 feet in diameter and is easily loaded using the silo chop bale stand. Alternatively, once the wrap and twine have been peeled back, the bale can be loaded directly into the silo chop using the silo grip. Once loaded, the silo chop is returned to its correct operating position, which is at a 20-degree angle to the horizontal. This is achieved when the A-frame is vertical. The silo chop is now ready for action. The simple manual adjustment allows the operator to set the angle of discharge to suit the job in hand, usually lower for silage and higher for blowing straw into cubicles or bedding stockyards. With a total working width of only 7.5 feet, the silo chop is easily manoeuvrable, even down narrow feed passages. To cope with all feeding conditions, the rate of discharge can be controlled by a combination of the forward and drum speeds, and the driver can keep an eye on proceedings through the grill at the front of the machine. Chop lengths of between 2 and 6 inches can be achieved, and a constant steady output of chopped silage is maintained. The silo chop greatly speeds up the daily feeding routine by effortlessly chopping and dispensing a standard 4-foot silage bale in less than 4 minutes. With labour at a premium on every livestock farm during the busy winter months, that sort of time saving represents a real benefit. And what's more, there's no more back-breaking fork work down the barrier. However, we do recommend that only sufficient silage for one day's feed is chopped at a time. Not only does the silo chop save time and energy, but it's also a very versatile multi-use machine. The silo chop is equally at home chopping and dispensing root crops, hay, straw or even paper. For example, it really does make bedding cubicles a piece of cake. Straw can be chopped and dispensed up to a distance of 30 feet, ideal for bedding down yarded cattle. Root crops can also be chopped and fed out with the help of a retaining net placed over the end of the drum. A set of support wheels are available as an optional extra for those farmers wishing to use the silo chop on smaller tractors. The silo chop's greatest asset, though, is the total flexibility that it offers those dairy and beef farmers who want to feed big bale silage quickly and efficiently down the feed barrier.